For weeks, this elephant named Martha refused to eat and cried daily at the zoo. Her caretakers were baffled by this sudden change in behavior. Nothing seemed to explain it. The zookeepers worried constantly about what to do. Martha was apathetic, barely alert. Everything suggested her time was running out. To the staff, Martha wasn't just an elephant. She was the pride and joy of the wildlife park, a favorite among visitors. They had watched her grow from a calf into the majestic creature she was today. Usually jovial, Martha would often play pranks on the staff, but everything had changed. Most days she refused to eat or drink. Only after repeated coaxing would she take a morsel. Highly unusual for an animal who once eagerly devoured her meals. The look in her eyes expressed deep sadness and loss. Zookeepers had even caught her crying at unexpected times. They had to act, or Martha might retreat into solitude and starve herself to death. The caretakers realized they didn't have what it took to help her recover. In desperation, the manager reached out to an old friend named Alexi, begging for his help. Each passing day pushed Martha closer to the brink. 2 days later, Alexi arrived at the zoo. A professional with extensive experience dealing with wildlife, especially elephants, he found Martha still lying listless in her enclosure, her appetite completely gone. As he approached and called out to her, Martha's ears perked up, and she turned her head toward the sound. Though weakened by her refusal to eat, she slowly got to her feet and approached him. This was the person she had been waiting for. As Martha walked towards him, Alexi's mind raced back to their first encounter, 30 years ago. Martha was just a year old then, newly orphaned and brought to the wildlife park. Shy and timid, she avoided human touch, blaming them for her mother's disappearance. Enter 23-year-old Alexi, a fresh volunteer with dreams of preserving wildlife. Assigned to Martha's care team, he faced a daunting challenge, helping the traumatized elephant feel safe and form bonds with her caretakers. Day after day, Alexi met with resistance. Martha reacted only to food, stepping away from any attempts at physical contact. But Alexi was determined. He spent extra time with her each day, talking to her about everything and anything. 1 month in, Alexi decided to stay behind after feeding time. He sat on a log and began to talk to Martha, relying on elephants' innate ability to detect emotions. At first, Martha gave no visible signs of hearing him, save for a slight perk of her ears when he laughed. Days turned into weeks. Alexi made this their daily ritual, always returning to spend time with Martha before heading home. Bath time became a bonding opportunity. Slowly, Martha began to anticipate his arrival, her ears wide with excitement. Then came the breakthrough. One evening, exhausted from a long day, Alexi almost skipped their ritual. But when he arrived, he found Martha standing, waiting for him. As he turned to leave, Martha wrapped her trunk around his arm, tugging at him. For the first time, she had initiated contact. The park made Alexi Martha's primary caretaker. Under his care, she blossomed into a cheerful, playful elephant. Though she warmed up to other staff, her bond with Alexi remained special. Years passed. Alexi's expertise grew, and at 53, he decided it was time to retire and focus on international conservation efforts. He tried to prepare Martha by gradually reducing their time together, but he underestimated the depth of their bond. After Alexi left, Martha fell into a deep depression. She refused to eat, crying daily. The zookeepers were at a loss. In desperation, they called Alexi back. Upon his return, Martha's demeanor changed instantly. She perked up, wrapping her trunk around him, refusing to let go. Alexi spent the day with her, coaxing her to eat and enjoy her bath once again. Seeing the profound impact of their reunion, the park offered Alexi a flexible position as manager. He accepted, understanding the importance of his presence in Martha's life. Their story took another heartwarming turn when Martha later gave birth to a calf. Her first instinct was to introduce her baby to Alexi, a touching display of trust and affection. As Alexi watched Martha with her calf, he marveled at the journey they had taken together. From a traumatized orphan to a joyful mother, Martha had come full circle, and through it all, their bond had remained unbreakable, a testament to the profound connections that can form between humans and animals.